Hello everyone, this is Doug on Wheels for episode 2 of my log cabin RV. Well, aka moving a log building to our property, but that's not very catchy. So in this video, we're going to be looking at the second part of this project, but I'll just bring you up to speed if you didn't see the first. It's a little bit sped up video of us moving this 19th century log farm building, which had come from a farm originally in the corner of Tennessee and North Carolina and Virginia. It's in North Carolina, but just in that little corner of Ashe County. It was repurposed by a realtor who bought it off that farm as his realty office. His daughter then used it as her realty office. So since the 1960s, it was a realty office through probably, the early 2000s. Then it was placed out on 221, where it became a craft shop and was repurposed that way. And I purchased it from the previous owners. That's a neat story. You can look at the last video to learn more about that. Let me just say, this is a really incredibly heavy building. For a little 12 by 12 building, it weighs a massive amount. It was giving these 6-ply tires all they could take. And they look like radials when the building was put upon it. It is not just log, it's also framed out inside, insulated, has paneling inside from the 1960s. It has drywalled ceilings and, all of this shingling on the front as well as porch on the front. It weighs a lot. But they're able to bring it up the mountain by sistering together 2 pickup trucks. They're just Ford F-150s using a logging chain. And they've done it this way because, as the old-timer Mr. Bear said, if you only have one pickup truck, if it gives way, you're going backwards very quickly. So they've put 2 of these pickup trucks together a little bit like you would 2 train engines to go up a steep grade. And they're finished with that. Now they're just going to go out back with 1 truck onto the flats. So they're people who are second generation movers of buildings. The original owner of the company, Mr. Bear, the elder who's passed away long ago, got his business started at moving buildings to create way for the new parkway to come through. And that's been a long time ago, like since the 1930s. So this gentleman moved all the homes that were out on 221 during its widening project. And here he's moving this little building, which really is, I gather, pretty easy for them, but still looked rather sketchy to me. So we're going to watch him just kind of take it off the lift using their balancing jack system, hydraulic jack system. But while they're doing that, let's get ready. We're going to start this video and we're going to cover the installation of a fence, the removal of that log to go to a sawmill, and the installation of a pergola. Let's get started. Well, we ended at winter of last year, and now in the early spring, I'm starting to move these logs. It's a very tedious process because these logs are really incredibly heavy. You can tell that log is somewhere between 26 at the top and 30 inches at the bottom in thickness at its base. So I could only move this 1 log at a time. And then the further I kind of went along the tree, I could move sometimes 2 of the logs to a company that was not too far away in Boone, North Carolina, where they sawed it up for me into 1x12s and 1x2s. It's going to be used eventually for board and bat and some other projects I have. But you can see it's just very slow process of using a come-along winch, a 3-ton winch, using tow straps, securing everything safely, and this is the result. So trip by trip, I just kept bringing lumber back to our home in Winston-Salem, where we were getting ready for this project next. This is the project of putting in a split rail fence like they have along the parkway. Here's what Mary has to say.
I think it's going through on the bottom.
There it is.
Okay. Yep, so we're out here today working on a historic fence. Well, they are on the Blue Ridge Parkway. And you've got, what kind of nails, screws are those?
Now these are very expensive bolts for a carriage bolt, or screws for doing log planters, stuff like that. There you go.
So far you've got 3 out of 4. So the goal...
It's not the fence, it's the holes that are hard.
Yeah. The goal is to have a fence go around the side yard with a pergola in the middle.
These are Simpson 10-inch strong drive timber screws that I use.
You need my help?
I don't know. I'm just going to have to hammer it down in.
Can't is not in Doug's vocabulary. He will make it happen. There we go. You got it in.
Yeah, I like how it's positioned, but we're going to get it. I'm going to roll this over. There we go.
Where did you get these split rail fence?
Like Miller's Road or Miller's Mountain. Just over and near us. Just over near, it's off of Liberty Grove Church Road.
Okay.
43. Is this too high?
No, I like it that height. And then when you're done, you'll cut down the post so it matches. Yeah. Well, that's pretty neat.
It's got to come down.
It's Monday project he's been itching to do. And it's really nice out today. Maybe high 60s. Maybe it'll get to 70. So it's a good time, not humid. Yeah.
I got a little bit distracted while doing the fence. My wife and I noticed that this railings that are in front of this building with all these vertical lines didn't look so good when you saw now the new split rail fence, which had all horizontal lines. So I did Clarkwick Griswold and pulled out the chainsaw and took care of that pesky newel post, and it really does open up the front of the cabin, which gives it a much better look and feel as it related to the garden and the opening. There's some of those fence posts that I continue to do, and we're getting ready right now to receive into this space a new arbor, which I had the same gentleman doing the split rail prepare for me.
Well, today's July the 23rd, and Doug has brought me, I guess, an anniversary present. Here it comes. So, just taking it off the truck is going to be an interesting feat. This is what Doug drug home. He is funny. He's got an idea in his head. These are local fellas up in Miller's Creek. So that's appropriate. It's coming from Miller's Creek for the Millers. Wow. Wow, that works.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's white. That's white. Well, yeah, that's rainy. It's rainy. It's gonna have extra. Take it to the. Take it to the picture of it. Yeah.
You want to take this end uphill or?
Yeah, and then I'll have to do some digging to get it level, but I mean, it's...
Look at him go.
And if the wind, go ahead and listen a little bit more, Sean. If the wind ever messes with it, angle you a hole like this right here.
Yeah.
On that corner, maybe that corner, and drive your piece of roof over in there, and it'll never go anywhere, ever.
Well,
I've got rebar in this. I've been setting my new driveway schemes.
oh my goodness, look at that. It's just a pig. Oh dear. This is why Doug wanted to rush up to the house today. He had an idea in mind. Silly guy. Well, I'll give you a frontal view here when he gets it. I'll put it in, but there he is.
Pretty pleased with how this project turned out. I normally don't talk about cost, but this is only $400. I've seen them for so much more than that in the high country. Austin Miller's a gentleman you can reach out to on Facebook, so I'll put a plug in for him on that. So I'm working my way slowly around the property doing the fence. This is multiple weeks to get this done because I really only have one day out of the week I can work on this project when we're up at our house. And so I'm just slowly building my way around. The idea that I've had for this project is to create a series of rooms. And so this is really the great sense of creating a new space with a actual kind of perimeter to it, and hard work digging those posts, because it's not just one post hole, it's two, and there are a lot of roots in this previously wooded lot, a lot of small shale stones that had to be broken up with a awl. So I'm working my way, and I really like how it turned out. Turned out to have this real sense of something that had been there a long time and not something that was brand new. And just finishing up that last little bit of it, and hallelujah, just before fall, finally done. So we're going to go ahead and kind of land this plane on this video on part 2, and I'm going to pick up part 3. This is pretty much taking place throughout 2022. Now we're going to look at 2023. And so we'll end where we kind of ended in the last video with Christmas. So here's a little video of that.
Well, happy 34th anniversary, Doug. Let's see what he is giving me for my anniversary. It looks like places we've been in our years together, starting with Buchanan. That's a wonderful gift.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome.
That looks really good. So he found scraps of wood, and he fixed them up and painted them up and polyurethaned them for this specific purpose. And hopefully we'll keep adding.
Yay!
That was creative. Oh, I love it.
All right, a few more to go. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of content, I hope you'll like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you can get part 3 that's going to be coming out soon. And God bless you. Hey, here's a little bitty extra of something we found very unusual when we were doing this work. Well, I'm here at the cabin, and I thought I'd just show you this. There are these old peg holes on this cabin, and I was going to plug in something, and I found this. So this is a actual geocache thing, and you can see it's rolled up here. I'll show you this. So it says, you have found it. So there's actually a commercial, a Yahoo account of the guy that found it. Geocache, please read, congratulations. So in any case, then there's a log. And if you flip this over, you'll see someone here. 2014, 14, 2000 and, well, I can't tell what date that is. But yeah, there's a number of people that have signed it. So most of them in 2014. So I think I'm going to have to email this cat and just tell him what happened to it. Because I'm probably not going to leave this geocache right here in my wall. And, oh well, that was kind of interesting. Bit of history.